From Biafra, from Biafra to tomorrow, the Igbo journey through pain, pride, and possibility. Good day to you, my dear listeners. Bringing on to you an interesting news I have here with me this morning. Moving on to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel, and share. Last Friday, May 30th, the Southeast people celebrated the annual Biafra Heroes Day. It was marked by a regrettable sit-at-home protest, which has done incalculable harm to the Southeast economy. It also coincided with the appearance of Simon Ekpa, a Nigerian Finnish citizen who is facing trial of his alleged promotion of acts of terrorism in his native Igbo land. Shockingly, the warrior Ekpa, self-styled Prime Minister of the government of Biafra in exile, denied his very shadows, claiming instead that he was a content creator. Imagine that. Creating content with the blood of innocent Igbo people wasted on his orders and the enforcement of the sit-at-home regime. One had expected his vaulting bravado to continue living in court, where he faces a prospective 6-year imprisonment. Alas, he chickened out, yet some misguided people still follow him. The story of the Igbo is one of profound complexity, resilience, and cultural brilliance. It is a story carved from a history of colonial disruption, economy ascendancy, civil war devastation, and post-conflict marginalization. Yet, it is also a narrative pulsing with hope, a testament to the enduring spirit of a people, determined not only to survive but to thrive. Therefore, the idea of Biafra is a beautiful dream and offers hope to a people quashed by successive governments in Nigeria. Before colonialism redrew the map of Africa, the Igbo were decentralized but sophisticated society. Their governance systems, often republican, operated through village assemblies and age grade systems. They boasted vibrant economies anchored in trade, craftsmanship, and agriculture. The British incursion upended these structures, forcibly integrating them into an artificial Nigerian state without their consent. Their poor treatment in Nigeria is the result of a complex interplay of historical grievances, political fear, ethnic rivalry, and systemic marginalization, which sparked a deadly pogrom against Igbo people in northern Nigeria. Following the failed effort at reconciliation, the eastern region declared the state of Biafra as an unavoidable escape route from programmed annihilation. Nothing has defined modern Igbo identity more than the Biafran War of 1967 to 1970. The war was brutal. Over 1 million people, mostly Igbo civilians, perished, many from starvation due to a blockade imposed by the Nigerian government. Images of emaciated Biafran children shocked the Cold War, which did little to shift the political dynamics. The war ended with Biafra's surrender, and the Nigerian government declared a policy of no victor, no vanquished. Yet the reality has been more intricate. Post-war Nigeria instituted policies that further alienated the Igbo. Economic disenfranchisement through the 20-euro policy, disproportionate military purges, and deliberate infrastructural neglect of the Southeast. The Igbo are assertive, entrepreneurial, and capable of rallying for leadership positions. This has bred political fear among ruling elite, especially from the north, who worry about losing power and control if the Igbo gain federal dominance. As a result, no Igbo person has been president of Nigeria since the war, and key appointments in the federal government systematically exclude the southeast. Nigerian structure encourages zero-sum politics, where ethnic groups compete for access to federal power and resources. Since independence, power has rotated largely between the north and the southwest and the gloat by conduct and speech over the southeast, which is one of the country's most productive regions. This uneven distribution of power creates a system where the Igbo are often seen as outsiders in the national equation. Nigerians' leadership is firmly committed to keeping the country united. Thus, any call for Biafra is treated as a threat to national integrity, but paradoxically, while denying secession, the federal government also fails to genuinely integrate the Igbo through fair representation or development. This neither in nor out stance keeps the Igbo in a position of perpetual marginalization. Movements like the indigenous people of Biafra LIPOB have reignited calls for Biafra. While rooted in real grievances, their rhetoric has sometimes been militant or inflammatory, giving the government an excuse to crack down harshly. This reinforces a cycle of grievances, leading to protests that are met with more force. The crackdown fuels more resentment and radicalism. My dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section